Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan, and thank you for coming to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm off of work today. I was off of work yesterday because there was this monster of a typhoon. My girlfriend was so scared. She was like, "Ryan, save me from the typhoon. It's coming." And I said, "Dear, don't worry. A lot of times these typhoons don't turn out to do anything." Okay, they do kill people sometimes. I'm not trying to be flippant. You do have to be careful. But a lot of times they do call typhoon days and not much happens. And that was the case yesterday, where I had no work and just very little rain and very little wind. And then today, same thing. No work, very little wind, very little rain. But my girlfriend was terrified. She was so scared. Actually, I'm just saying that because it's going to annoy her. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, I love typhoon days. I'm not trying to complain. Typhoon days are the best. If you work in Taiwan, probably most jobs, you will just get a paid day off. I'm not sure about cram schools. At least public schools, if you're working as an English teacher, it will just be a paid day off. You're not going to have to make up those classes at all. Now, a lot of businesses close down. Most businesses close down, but a lot of the service businesses are open. Like, not all restaurants. A lot of restaurants are closed, but 7-Elevens are open, movie theaters are open, shopping malls are open. So it's not a wondrous day for everyone. It's probably a lot more work if you're working at a mall or 7-Eleven. My girlfriend told me on typhoon days, that's when the malls are most crowded, which means those are going to be the places I'm going to avoid because I hate crowds. I really, really do. You say, "Ryan, you hate crowds. Why did you move to Taiwan? It's a very densely populated country." I don't know. I just did. Oftentimes I do things that I just don't understand why I did it. Why did I move to Taiwan? Well, it was an idea, and then the opportunity came, it caught fire, and then I moved here, and then I liked it. And then everyone asked, "How long are you going to stay here?" Because some people just stay 1 year, some people stay their whole life. And I just said, I'm going to take it year by year. And I've taken it year by year, and I'm still here into my 3rd year. And I have a very serious girlfriend, and goodness knows I could be making videos in this very park 30 years from now. Probably walking with a little bit of a hunch by that time. But yeah, so typhoon days, I'm not trying to say you shouldn't be careful, but for the most part, they're just these cool days off where you don't have to do anything. And I like to stay home. I do, enjoy being inside my apartment, but I go stir crazy, and I have to come down somewhere to get some fresh air and a walk. And then I do like making videos when I have a complete day off. So that's what I'm doing here. Just walking and chatting with you guys. If you're curious what I would just walk through, that large blue thing over there, that was like a huge roller rink with ramped rink, which I've never seen before today. So it's kind of cool. I get to break my usual routine and explore a little. This is actually a huge gymnasium that I come to 3 days a week to practice judo. I always told myself I will not do judo. I wish I started it when I was younger, but I've always heard don't do judo when you're older because it can be a little dangerous to fall a lot. Your bones, your body is just not used to it. However, when I moved to the city, there was no jiu-jitsu gym. Jiu-jitsu is a sport that I've practiced for 7.5 years, and my girlfriend had called this judo club, and they said they did jiu-jitsu. Well, really, they do judo, and you could do jiu-jitsu. You could do boxing. You could do wrestling. There's a guy who likes to try to practice sambo. It's sort of a club. It's very cheap. It's 1,000 new Taiwanese dollars a month, which is like a little more than $30 US. It's open Tuesday through Sunday. They open up at 6 p.m. and they close when the last person leaves. Usually that's around 8:30, maybe more, maybe later, maybe earlier. So for this very, very low price, you can go in there after work and you can practice judo, jiu-jitsu, boxing, whatever, but you're kind of limited depending upon who's there. There are some guys who do have some jiu-jitsu experience, and I get some very tough rolls. But sometimes I'm just rolling jiu-jitsu with judo guys, and that's not their main sport. Their main sport is judo. And so they're sort of humoring me. But it is interesting because none of them speak English. I mean, they speak very little English. And so they use their little English. I use my little Chinese, and it's quite an interesting experience. And when they're talking to each other, they're almost completely speaking in Taiwanese, which I don't even understand, other than some very basics. So yeah, this is the first time I'm actually walking through this park. It is a pretty large park. There's basketball courts, tennis courts, soccer field. I see some old people playing. What do you call that? Croquet? Croquette? I forget, where you have that little sledgehammer and you bang the balls. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. So I have this boring day, need to get some fresh air, wanted to talk to you guys. And funny thing is, tomorrow is Friday. So I had Wednesday off, I have today, Thursday off. I go in tomorrow, Friday, and I only have one class on Friday. It's my easiest day. And my one class was canceled tomorrow because the kids are going on a field trip to a high school. So I have no classes tomorrow. So, some schools will require you to stay on campus, or they may be a little anal about clocking in or clocking out. The school I work at is really chill. So I could just sort of show up. I probably don't even have to show up, but I don't know. I feel like I had Wednesday off, Thursday off. I might as well show up. Plus, I left my book there. So I'll go in, probably a little late, probably disappear for a portion of the day, and then show back up, and then get out of there early. The whole time I'm there, I'm probably just going to be reading or watching jiu-jitsu on YouTube. So pretty easy week. And the crazy thing is so after this incredibly easy week, which I really only work Monday and Tuesday, I got the weekend, and then all of next week I have off of work. It's a fall break. Now, most public schools will still be in session, but I work at an experimental school, and I'm not quite sure what that means. I know that they have some leeway in their curriculum and activities, but where I work at this experimental school, we are on a quarter system versus a semester system. So we started the school year slightly earlier, and I haven't actually checked all the dates to find out if we end later, end earlier, but we have this week-long break, which is fantastic, because here's the thing. A lot of people get into public schools because they like the long holidays. You can go traveling, you can go sightseeing, but the problem with that is when you have a break at the same time that everyone else has a break, all the other schools are having a break at that same time, then everyone goes traveling. Everyone wants to either take the train, take the buses, rent those hotels, fly on a plane, and the prices become quite high, and it's quite crowded. And so it's going to be kind of cool that I'll have this fall break where most of the schools and pretty much no one else will have a holiday. What am I going to do with it? Good question. I'll probably try to spend some time with my girlfriend, as much time as possible. And of course, that's it. That's what I want to do. Really? Okay. But also, I would like to do some scooter rides through the mountains. I would like to explore the nature and go through some small areas. And I think that will be a good opportunity. And I've always thought it would be good to do that, like scooter travel around the countryside when it's not too hot and not too cool. The winters in Taiwan can get a little cold. Not so bad, but can get a little cold. And the summers are very long, very hot, very humid. The sun is intense. It's not the type of weather that you really want to go scootering. So I'm going to try that. But, I just haven't really buckled down and made any plans. I've become, I don't know what it is. Is it this go with the flow mentality that has sort of become my MO, or is it pure laziness? I'm not exactly sure. This is kind of a cool park. Lots of different types of trees and walkways. When I get out of the shade, get into the sun, walk on the grass. I always get a little nervous when I'm filming, walking around, because it looks kind of ridiculous, to be holding a selfie stick with a microphone and a phone filming yourself. It's kind of narcissistic. It just seems so ridiculous to be doing this, but I just happen to enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Give me that thumbs up. So whenever I walk past a group of people, I always do get a little self-conscious. I have some shame still. Not much, but I still do. So yeah, I just wanted to get outside, get some fresh air, talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions, you put it down below. Any comments, put it down below. Life for me is always very funny, and I go, what am I doing at this random park? Oh, what am I doing at this school? I mean, I find myself in a very interesting land, doing interesting things, and surrounded by nice people, surrounded by helpful people, having fun, and I don't know where I was going with that. That's the problem when I just start talking. Sometimes I don't always make sense. Okay, so please forgive me. If you're a longtime subscriber, I'm sure you're used to it. What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the types of videos where I have a specific topic and I just tackle that topic with as little side stories as possible? Or do you like sort of me just wandering and meandering around my mind with you? I don't know. Lots of guys playing basketball. Basketball is a very popular sport in Taiwan, as well as baseball. Baseball and basketball are probably the two most popular sports. Badminton is very popular. Ping pong. I have gotten very good at ping pong and badminton in the past month because I play it with my classes all the time. You may be asking, Ryan, what do you actually do as a public school teacher? What I do this year? I'm a PE teacher. So, and my only role right now is to get the kids to stretch. So I go over stretches with them for a pretty brief time, 5 to 10 minutes, less than that, really, warming them up. Run a lap with them. I don't have to, but I like to get a little exercise. Then we go to the gym and play badminton, or we play ping pong, or we play basketball. So that's really what my job is. I mean, I do have a couple conversation classes, which I can do whatever I want, no co-teacher, but I'm mostly a PE teacher. And yeah, life's pretty chill for the most part. I should improve my Chinese. That would really spice things up, because I find that my Chinese is quite good for like the basics, like ordering stuff, handling transactions and stuff like that. But when it comes to actually having conversations, like with my judo club clubmates, it's fairly difficult. Fairly difficult. Okay. So yeah, my girlfriend gets on my case. She's like, "Did you study Chinese today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But yeah, I don't lie to her. Always honest, but I do need to study more Chinese, and it's very helpful to have someone keep you accountable, right? Okay, I don't know. This is the strangest video, but it's kind of a strange day, and it's kind of a strange country, and it's kind of a strange city. It's kind of a strange life, and I guess, I'm just gonna keep walking, keep going. And you want to talk about strange. Look at this strange ladder. There's a very, very bizarre ladder that goes nowhere. Look at this ladder. It's a ladder that goes nowhere. Alright. I think I'm done with this video. That ladder's a metaphor for my life. I'm standing, I'm doing my thing, but where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. There's no destination. It's not some finish mark that I'm trying to go to. I'm just here. I'm here for you. So be here for me and give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name's Ryan. Bye-bye.